For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fan Fiber website. Hey guys, welcome to a video about FIFA 18. As many of you will be aware from social media presence and the vlog yesterday, last week I was in Los Angeles, Hollywood, California to play FIFA 18 at the EA Play convention that was held over in the States. Now, for obvious reasons, embargoes, etc., I can't show you any gameplay today, but I am allowed to talk to you about my experiences with the build that we played, what I liked, what I didn't like, and we'll go through that here in this video. Now, this is going to be one that you might want to minimize and put me in the background. It's basically just going to be me here, green screen in front of some screenshots of stuff that has already been released. So feel free to minimize this and just let me ramble on in the background, but I'm going to tell you as much as I can about my experience with FIFA 18 last week. Now, there were a number of games available to play at EA Play, including Battlefront 2, the Star Wars game, Battlefield 1, Need for Speed Payback that's coming out soon, and a couple of other games as well that escape me off the top of my head. But I played solely FIFA 18, played about 15 games total against a number of other YouTubers, so you know, people that prioritise in FUT. Obviously, it was a demo build of the game, probably the similar sort of demo or similar-ish to the demo that we'll get closer to release time, although I think it'll be an updated build. But do bear in mind that this was a very early build, so some of the things that I didn't like might be, or probably will be, changed for the full game. And of course, also bear in mind that we were playing Kickoff, not Ultimate Team. So obviously the gameplay is slightly different between the two game modes in the full release, and you would presume that it will be the same come full release of FIFA 18 in September. Now, I'm not going to go through this in any real particular order. I'm just going to start with kind of aesthetic things and then move into gameplay things, but it's just going to be kind of a ramble video. So I apologise if there's not much structure to it, but there's never any structure to anything I produce, is there? It's always just me giving you my thoughts in as loose terms as possible. So we'll start with one thing that actually really stood out to me is the fact that there are new managers in the game on the touchline. Of course, last year in FIFA 17 we had all of the Premier League managers in game that you could see, etc., in cutscenes. On the demo there was Paris Saint-Germain, Chelsea, Manchester United, Manchester City, Juventus, Bayern Munich, and Real Madrid, plus one team from the MLS, I think. No, it was Blue Wings from the Korean League. Korean, Japanese, K-League or J-League, can't remember which, apologise. Sungwon Blue Wings, I think it is, isn't it? They're from the K-League. I played as Bayern Munich, and Carlo Ancelotti was on the touchline. Played as Real Madrid, and Zinedine Zidane was on the touchline. Obviously, spent a lot of time playing as Chelsea as well, and Antonio Conte is still in the game. I didn't play as PSG, so I couldn't see if Unai Emery was in the game, but can confirm that Carlo Ancelotti and Zinedine Zidane are in the game, so be nice to think that there will be a number of other new managers in the game as well, which is a nice touch. Obviously, just the more of extra little things like that they put in the game, the better it's going to feel. Now, one thing that was key, and I actually had to ask permission if I was allowed to talk about this, because they haven't yet announced this as a feature, but there will be a La Liga licensing package in FIFA 18. We've got the Premier League package with regards to graphics, etc., for the league. We had that for 2 years. We got the Bundesliga package last year, and this upcoming year we will have the La Liga licensing package as well. So the full in-game graphics and obviously everything that goes along with that, pre-games, in-games, the scoreboard, and everything like that, you know, the little pop-ups that come up with cards and goals and all sorts. They will be in the game for La Liga. I mentioned that in the vlog, and obviously going into a little bit more detail now. Also, along with that, and this is also huge for career mode, not for Ultimate Team because they have the default menus, but in the packages that are licensed to the league, so Premier League, Bundesliga, La Liga, they may add more in. Obviously, there weren't that many teams from a number of leagues in the game. I don't think they had the licensing for Serie A again. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it had the default graphics, but I didn't see whether it said Serie A or Calcio A. We'll find out in due course. But one thing they have also added in, you know, in the Premier League, obviously we'll use Premier League as an example, when they're pre-game and they're announcing the lineup, especially on Monday Night Football, and they go into the green screen bit, and Ed Chamberlain will walk around, and the players will come out in their formation and walk up to the camera, full body, not just head and chest where they turn and fold their arms, but they will turn around and walk up to the camera with their full body and stand there like that, and they'll come up in their full formation. That is in the game. That's in the game for FIFA 18. So it works in the Premier League, it works in the Bundesliga, it works in La Liga. I don't know whether it will be in other leagues as well. Like I say, it didn't work on Ultimate Team didn't work with the default menu, which obviously is used in Ultimate Team. So I don't think it will be a thing for FUT, but for career mode, massive. It looks fantastic. Frostbite looks even better this year than it did last year. Every year, especially the jump from the Ignite engine to the Frostbite engine, we thought, wow, these graphics surely can't get any better. But this year, they're very, very similar, but they're a little bit sharper. And you can definitely tell the difference. And it looks like it's going to be, aesthetically, an extremely good game yet again, as it always is. But with the extra addition of the extra league licensing and the pre-game where they turn and walk out, it's going to be so good. It's going to be great for videos because it looks amazing. I really do like it, and I'm very much looking forward to using it and showing it you guys in videos. Hopefully there'll be a capture event this year. Obviously you guys know that I went to the FIFA 17 capture event last year and was able to bring you some full game footage early. I'd very much like to be involved in a capture event this year, and maybe I'll be able to bring you some FIFA 18 content early and show you those new in-game graphics. But Frostbite does look incredible, more so than it did before. There were little tweaks as well, like obviously you get the footprints on the pitch at present, but now the pitch will cut up as well. Like obviously where people's studs dig in and they twist their ankle, and you know, you get little divots and holes and potholes and stuff, and bulges of grass on the pitch. That is in the game now as well. You can see it especially when you take a goal kick or a free kick, because obviously you get a better view of the lay of the land, and you can see the little divots placed around the pitch. It does look extremely good, and who knows if there'll be any other little graphical differences that will become apparent after more gameplay. I played Bateson, I played Wolfie, I played Maverick, obviously Mav and Wolfie from the Maverick Wolves. I played Lasty, I played Kazooie, I played a couple of other people as well. I played Roma Collin, the guy that runs the esports team for Fnatic and obviously for AS Roma. And I played a couple of other people as well. I think I played one random guy that was there from the public as well. So I played a number of games. Obviously I played a couple of people more than once, so I had about 10 to 15 games played total, so I got a decent amount of experience on the game. So using that half decent amount of experience, let's move into gameplay related things. Obviously this year, driven passes, this year being FIFA 17, driven passes were not necessarily overused, but they were very, very effective. Now, you could be quite inaccurate with the input you put on the stick, and it would drive the pass straight to the guy. This year, you have to be slightly more accurate. In the replays, when you use the FIFA trainer, it doesn't show it in-game live, but in the replays, it shows you where you're placing your stick, so you can see how accurate or inaccurate you're being with your thumbstick placement on the controller with regards to where the pass is going, which is really going to help those that aren't as good at the game improve and try and figure out where they're going wrong with you know, where they're placing their movements, etc. with the controller. If you have to be slightly more accurate though with the driven passes. If you aren't accurate enough, then they will literally, it feels like manual passing, and they'll just drill the ball exactly where you've put it, and it won't go to the man, and it will go miles away. So you are going to have to be more tight with your passing controls. Speaking of tightness, the dribbling feels a lot tighter as well, actually. Close control is good enough on FIFA 17, but again, it's slightly tweaked and feels tighter on FIFA 18. Players with extremely high dribbling stats like Paulo Dybala and Cristiano Ronaldo, etc., you can just dance around people. It was so much fun. That I like players with high dribbling, and I get on well with players with high dribbling on FIFA 17. And I was doing even better with the same players on FIFA 18. And there are loads of new animations in there. New first touch animations, new dummy animations, new turn animations. And it looks great. It really, really does look. And just the more options you have, the more animations are in there, then obviously the fresher the game becomes. You're not seeing the same things again and again and again. I'm at least 5 or 6 times, both myself and the person I was playing would look at each other and be like, did you see that animation? That was so sick. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing your guys' reactions to some of the new animations, etc. that are in the game. Again, bearing in mind that this is a early build and will be changed, long shots were very effective in the build that we played. long shots were very, very effective. The low driven shot wasn't as effective. It still worked, and obviously it was slightly overpowered in FIFA 17, but it wasn't as effective in FIFA 18. Keepers seemed to be, or at least obviously we were playing with higher rated keepers like Buffon and Courtois, etc. But they seemed better at getting down to the ball when it was low. What they didn't seem better at doing was getting up to the ball when it was high. If shots went above waist height and were half decently well placed, the keeper seemed to struggle to get to them. But again, that will be tweaked for the full game. Speaking of goalkeepers as well, their positioning was slightly out too. Say you'd be in a one-on-one situation and the goal is here, the keeper would stand, at times, the keeper would stand kind of outside the near post, or at least level with the near post, leaving the entire goal to the side open for the striker to place their shot. And they'd finesse it around them. The keeper would dive at full stretch and the ball would still only go in around about the centre of the goal. That really does need tweaking for the full game release, and we were very vocal about that when we were there speaking to a couple of the devs, etc. A lot of the things we didn't like, they were obviously looking for feedback from us, and we gave them as much feedback as we possibly could. That was one of them. The long shots were slightly too good. The fact that the keepers, whilst they had improved down low, were poorer up top. And obviously, as I mentioned, the goalkeeping positioning, especially in one-on-one situations, needed a tweak. But moving away from goalkeepers, penalties. I've got a little list next to me while you keep seeing me glance. Penalties are slightly different. Obviously, this year you can choose your direction and run up at the same time, and then you power up whilst you're on your run up. This year you can alter the direction, but you don't do the run up until you've selected your power. So you're basically with the controller, you're moving your left stick where you want to put it, you put the power up, and then you control the run up. So it's slightly slower. Keepers do seem slightly better at saving penalties, and there are a few new animations in there as well. Hopefully we'll see less of the keepers kind of diving the right way and the ball going either past their arm as it's bent in a really weird angle, or kind of through their fingers, or just underneath their hands if they've dived down low, because the animation doesn't offer them the opportunity to actually throw an extra hand out. They kind of go in that animation, and if the ball is here, then they can't get to it. But this year there was the odd little drop of a hand to try and make the save, and that seems to be a little bit more effective. So hopefully we won't see as many frustrating penalties this year. I do prefer this year's penalty situation of picking a direction and the power and then doing the run up, because there was a little bit of a bug this year, wasn't it, where you could kind of tell which way someone was going by the run up that they did, and we didn't notice that in this early build. So hopefully that is out of the game now as well. Let me see what else have I got on this list. We've done managers, La Liga licensing, the Sky Sports style pre-game team seats, Frostbite, driven passes, penalties, long shots, first touch animations, dribbling, positioning of goalkeepers, higher shots more effective than lower. There was, as was the case with the demo last year, both at EA Play in London and on the demo that you guys got, a little bit of an experience of the journey as well. Now, I won't spoil anything story-wise, but all I can say, or all I will say, is that I'm very excited about the direction that they're going in with the story. It was obviously last year there was a lot of story elements at the beginning and then at the end, but mid-season it was just game after game after game of pretty much a my player, which was slightly frustrating. I'm hoping this year, and I'd like to think that they will, make it more story-based throughout the season rather than just in the beginning few weeks and the end few weeks of the year. So, and I will say I did very much like the direction that things were going, and it looks like there's going to be a few twists in there as well. I've heard rumours that there might be 6 possible endings for the Journey story this year on FIFA 18, but they are unconfirmed rumours. I can't say anything set in stone. Purely stuff that we've seen around the community on either social media or forums, etc. So, but I'm very pleased with the way that Journey looks like it's going to be going. You're kind of taking Alex Hunter on his next step. Obviously, last year on FIFA 17, it was him breaking into the scene, and next year it's going to be him taking it on to the next level. So whether that be internationally or domestically. So I'm very much looking forward to playing the Journey again. It was probably my most popular series throughout the entirety of FIFA 17, and I'd like to think that you guys would stick with me with the Journey and watch it on my channel rather than anyone else's, or maybe you watch it in multiple places, who knows. But yeah, really looking forward to getting on with the Journey. And the AI, obviously I didn't get the chance to play against solely the AI in kickoff. In hindsight, I wish I had, so I could see what the difficulty levels were like, because obviously difficulty settings up against the AI this year have been quite easy, actually. Legendary's been too easy as far as I'm concerned. I know a lot of you have been feeling the same way on FIFA 17, but on FIFA 18, the AI playing in the journey as a single player, the AI played some very good football, which is promising, not only for the journey, but for potentially, I say potentially, the return of my player to my channel and to other channels in FIFA 18. I won't be starting the FIFA 18 year with a My Player series, but if the gameplay is good enough and the AI are good enough, I might consider going back and doing a My Player later in the year. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Once we get going with FIFA 18. And basically the players that I most enjoyed playing with, Paulo Dybala was unreal. Very, very good. Ratings are subject to change, so I won't give you any indication as to ratings. Eden Hazard was extremely good as well. And on the defensive side of things, Jerome Boateng was unbelievable. Bayern Munich were an extremely good team to play with. I had my most success with Bayern, with Lewandowski, Robben, and actually Thiago Alcantara running things in the midfield for me. He's going to be very good this year as well. And Jerome Boateng was unbeatable at the back. Rock. So good. Hands down the best defender that I played with all weekend. So hopefully you guys will have similar sort of experiences as me with the build that comes out for the demo, which will probably be early September. I'm not sure yet whether I'll be going to Gamescom in Germany. If I do go to Cologne at the end of August, we'll get to play a lot more, probably more Ultimate Team stuff, and I'll be able to give you a more detailed analysis then as well of a later build. But they're my thoughts on FIFA 18 that we played at EA Play this year. All positive signs apart from a slight few tweaks, but it's basically the build we played at EA Play this year was better than the build we played at EA Play last year. Like in comparison, FIFA 17 at EA Play compared to full release, FIFA 18 compared to the early build of FIFA 17 is much more further along, so hopefully FIFA 18 full release will be even better. So we'll just have to wait and see. Obviously time will tell, but there are 3 months until release now, so things are moving quickly and everything will be getting set in stone, and they have promised to make the little gameplay tweaks that we mentioned, so hopefully it's going to be an extremely enjoyable game. Drop this video a like if you enjoyed. Let me know in the comment section down below what you're most looking forward to in FIFA 18. I might do a couple of career mode wishlist videos. I meant to do them in like February or March, but I just didn't get around to them with moving house, and then obviously been really busy over the past few weeks. So feel free to let me know what you might like to see in a wishlist video, whether it be just FIFA 18 as a whole or career mode specific. But for now, thank you very much for watching, guys. The Napoli series should return tomorrow. We'll be back with career mode uploads back on the channel. Obviously, it's been a couple of days break from that as I've been returning back from LA and kind of adjusting to time difference. And obviously I had a family wedding over the weekend as well, so it's been a bit hectic for me. But I'm hoping to get back into the swing of things over the next 24 hours or so. So yeah, drop the video a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time.